As you can see, Encore utility crews are still out here working to restore power hours after the crash occurred. Now, police have not released the identity of the woman killed, nor have they said how fast she was going when the accident happened. In light of Greenlee's escape and the escape of 2 inmates from Hopkins County Jail not too far away from here, many have started to question jail security. And now Dallas's new deck park is getting a cool addition, an ice skating rink right here. But this rink will be like none other in the Metroplex. That's when we're told Greenlee climbed this nearly 16-foot razor wire fence, jumped over, and then headed south into the Trinity River bottom. Cross your fingers and attempt to challenge these flooding waters, or simply wait it out. That was the decision that many had to make when what started as a small pond quickly turned into a river. Now here's some options on the table. A required 3 passengers versus the current 2, a discounted charge, or a full rate fee. Police are still arriving here on scene where they have 30-year-old Franklin Davis, a capital murder suspect, cornered in the parking lot at the old Telemundo. Only one day after the Sandy Hook Elementary tragedy, here in Texas, the Department of Public Safety says they saw a noticeable increase in the amount of people applying online for a concealed handgun license. Yes, this is really happening right now. We are 96 feet high in a Ferris wheel. I'm overlooking Carnival Americana. This voter-driven campaign has left many Americans on the edge of their seats about who will take the presidency, but hopefully tonight that question will be answered. In Dallas, LaDyrian Cole, CBS 11 News. For more than 10 hours now, Dallas deputies have searched the land surrounding Lew Sterrett County Jail in search of this man, 38-year-old Donald Greenlee. Greenlee was taking out the trash just before 3 a.m. That's when we're told Greenlee climbed this nearly 16-foot razor wire fence, jumped over, and then headed south into the Trinity River bottom. It wasn't long, though, before the search began, but the heavy rain made finding him difficult. Greenlee has a history of nonviolent crimes dating back to 1993, including burglary, fraud, and evading arrest. We now know he is one of 440 inmates to escape from a Texas jail since 2001. The state tells us Greenlee is now the 12th inmate to escape from a Dallas County jail. In light of Greenlee's escape and the escape of 2 inmates from Hopkins County Jail not too far away from here, many have started to question jail security. And it's obviously a concern here as well. Crews have been on scene for the last 2 hours rewiring a fence that we're told Greenlee used to escape. In Dallas, LaDyrian Cole, CBS 11 News. They're an unlikely but special pair. And in the midst of unimaginable conditions, 2 animals discovered friendship.
It is a very unusual relationship.
Meet the emu, renamed Elvis, and the donkey, now known as Magic Mike. They were rescued earlier this month from a property in Denton County. The 2 were among nearly 200 animals neglected there.
You know, unfortunately, that is more common today than ever, and a lot of it is economic driven. And I think most people are just afraid and embarrassed to say, I need help.
When no one else would take in the 2 animals, the Humane Society of North Texas did. And for these 2, that rescue was simply the beginning of their story.
They're not going to be separated until one passes on, they're together.
They now have a new home right here at the Camp Carter YMCA Equestrian Center near Fort Worth. It's a special camp for children with disabilities.
Oh, I know, I scared you, didn't I?
While the animals have only been here for 2 days, the director, Karen Rosebarrow, has already noticed their special bond.
He keeps an eye on that donkey at all times, and the donkey knows where he is at all times as well.
But it's the lesson their friendship holds that Rosebarrow thinks will speak louder than anything else.
It's going to show the kids that it doesn't matter what you look like, you can be friends.
Gunfire rang out in Kaufman County's Town Square just before 9 a.m. on Thursday. The crime would soon be discussed in homes nationwide. Assistant District Attorney Mark Hassey had been ambushed and gunned down just steps from the county courthouse.
We lost a really, really good man. He was an excellent friend and a spectacular prosecutor.
Hassey was shot multiple times by suspects who sources say were wearing all black and masked.
There was one suspect for sure seen running from the scene, and potentially another seen in the area by another witness.
Were the suspects wearing tactical gear? Well, that's one tip investigators are still looking into. Witnesses told authorities that they saw the suspects get away from that parking lot back there in what could have been a dark brown or a silver older model Ford Taurus. They said the vehicle had no license plates or tags. Hassey was Kaufman County's chief felony prosecutor.
Mark was fully aware of the dangers of this job. He accepted them readily.
Investigators are now combing through Hassey's cases. They want to see if someone he was prosecuting decided to retaliate with murder. If that's not the case, there is a clear message authorities have for whoever is responsible for Hassey's death.
I hope that the people that did this are watching, because we're very confident that we're going to find you, we're going to pull you out of whatever hole you're in, and we're going to bring you back and let the people of Kaufman County prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law.